Hello, beautiful beings. It's been a while since we've done one of these clearings, but I was super called to just kind of support everybody on this final push of 2025. We are in a numerology 9 years, so it's all about completing things, just releasing things that aren't serving us, so that 2026, which is a 1 year, can be just those fresh starts, those new beginnings with all of this open space. So I just kind of want to support that release, kind of letting go of who we have attached ourselves to be. That's kind of been a theme that's been coming up in my life, is just kind of experiencing things and being who am I? And also really getting to witness how beautiful that is, and just not knowing lets you not have attachment to things. And then really gives you that freedom and space to be who you are becoming, and also not get attached to that as well. So be open mind, open body to receive. I'm going to call in some Reiki energy to support, allowing any cords or attachments to just start to loosen their grip a little bit. I never like to have something be ripping a band-aid off really quickly. So we're going to set the intention that things release and adjust and let go with ease, so that the nervous system can really stay as balanced as possible, even with these changes. There might be a little purging and crying that can happen when we do start releasing things. I know that is something that's happened many times with me, and even recently. It's just that shock of again, who am I? But it's so beautiful. We're going to call in the Archangels of Light. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael, bringing in the element of air, really coming in with the emerald green light, the emerald green angel fire, to help clear any rooted thoughts that might be holding you back, that you might know need to be let go of, but that are just kind of stuck in there a little bit. Image of an eagle is coming in. It's that bravery to just allow it to release, allowing yourself to try something different, allowing yourself to stop thoughts in their tracks and be look at that. Let's do a different path. Maybe just for today. What's coming up is kind of the idea of, it's the stuck idea of, this is what you know, this is what everybody knows, are people still gonna love you, or are they still gonna like you in this different version? And the answer is yes, absolutely. We tend to resonate more with people who are in their authenticity, because energetically you can tell when somebody's kind of performing. So just kind of letting that loosen and release, trusting, just trust. It's also a new moon in Scorpio today. Doesn't mean you have to watch this today, but trust is a big part of the transformation that Scorpio kind of represents, that symbolic death and rebirth. Trusting in yourself, trusting in those that love you. It's also that testament of trusting the people that you've already chosen to have around you. Nice. Do we want a card for this one? No. And call in Archangel Michael in the south, bringing in the element of fire, bringing in the electric blue sword, the electric blue fire, coming in to release any cords to the past, to people who may not even be in your life anymore, to structures, to systems. There's a lot of conditioning that's coming in. Releasing the things that you've been taught that don't resonate. Like, it's okay. We get to a point in our lives where like everything that we've learned was to get us to this point, and now we get to decide like what actually resonates. Like, you've survived, you're here, and that was the point of how we're taught, as kids and stuff, so that we're safe and so that we're in survival, we can survive. And now you get to decide, like, are those methods still good for you? That's that message. Do we want a card for this? No. Call on Archangel Gabriel, the element of water, bringing in the diamond light energy. Seeing dolphins come in, they always represent like play, just allowing things to be a little bit more playful in your life. Especially where you can, like practicing the play, practicing it on like the smaller things that don't feel like they're as big of a deal. Like, where can you just kind of just see, like let yourself just be like, you know what, I don't normally do this, but like let's just see, like, and let it be play. It's not that serious, it's okay. And kind of, it like retrains you to anchor in that like lightness when it comes to other things as well. This is also clearing the emotional body. Any stuck emotions. There's like almost like a apathy of like, I want to change, but like, oh, it's so difficult. And then there's also like a grief, which is very fitting when you let go of like who you were and who you've been type of thing, or just aspects of yourself. There is almost like this grieving process that happens for yourself, because those methods, the way that you've been experiencing life has got you so far, and it can be sad to be like, but that's not me anymore. Those things aren't for me anymore. And it doesn't mean you're not grateful for them. Obviously, they got you to this point. But there is a little bit of grief. I'm going to send in some Reiki for that. Deep breaths. Breathing is really good with grief. That tends to get stuck in the lungs. So doing just intentional breathing. I like to say, when you get into the car, just sit, let it warm up for like a minute, and do 3 to 5 just intentional full breaths. Most of us are walking around not breathing fully. We would like a card. We're going to do the Keepers of Light Oracle for this one. Again, this is for like the emotions, the emotional body as well. What do we need to hear? We have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to the acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Ooh, this is actually a really good one. This is a really good one. One, as we create this space, you really do, like, you have space to then receive love in a more like full kind of way, as opposed to in that like, I've kept myself small and I've kept myself in like the same routine and the same pattern because it's gotten me here. And I know people love me for this, but when you like create the space and really start choosing for yourself, you're really opening up to not only be more authentically you, but also receive the love in like all of its like bigness and authenticity. And giving and receiving in balance. That's a good question of like, are you over giving? Are you over receiving? There is a balance in that too. And everything is just like an energetic exchange. And it's okay to ask for more. And it's okay to be like, you know, I could give a little more. That's okay. Let me see what pops out from the book really quick for this. If anything jumps out. She brings an opportunity to experience divine love, whether through a relationship, adventure, or experience. I love that. Because it is. It's just like, it's that newness. It's that falling in love with life again. When you create the space for the new, then everything really does just become like this heightened experience. And I know that a lot of the time we're looking for that as like living. But the more you let yourself be open, the more even like the little things just feel so much deeper and so much more like that living, that it becomes like almost this paradox of like the simplicity of things is actually just like so depthy and so full of life that you don't start to seek out, you know, the extremes. Absolutely experience the extremes, and they're still magical and wonderful, but there's no like attachment to like, I have to do this thing or live this way because it's what fills me with life. Like when you're moving more authentically, everything kind of fills you with life. You get to notice like the small things. Perfect. I'm calling Archangel Uriel in the north, bringing in the element of earth. Really just anchoring the newness and letting it feel stable and secure. And by anchoring, I mean that balance of the flow with the feeling settled. And not in the heightened, like, I'm addicted to chaos kind of way. Which a lot of people are kind of like in that nervous system. Your nervous system is just used to it, but allowing that nervous system to kind of settle and know that like peace is safe. And that's kind of where that identity shift, that symbolic death and rebirth can happen. That sense of like, I don't know who I am can happen. It's like allowing there to be just a bit of stillness and letting that start to feel more stable. We need Reiki for this? No. Calling Archangel Sandalphon in the south or below, excuse me. Bringing up the fifth dimensional earth grid. Allowing you to connect to more of the light. Again, just allowing it to kind of anchor in. I felt that kind of go across my low back as I said it. So it's like allowing yourself to anchor into like your creativity, your sensuality, your sexuality. Allowing these things to ground you, like your creativity and how you see things is so connected to being you. And that's such like an ever evolving thing to play with. And the sensuality again is just that like depth of noticing like the small things and letting those become like the big things. And we call in Archangel Metatron above, bringing down the galactic grid, bringing in gold fire. Clearing down from above and into the crown and down the chakras. That pulls into the heart, into the throat. Really allowing yourself to know how expansive you are. Again, in a grounded, like rooted kind of way. It doesn't have to be like, I'm trying to be expansive. Really being authentically expansive and authentically experiencing life. It doesn't have to do with searching for how do I make myself bigger, how do I make this like a bigness. Doesn't mean that you're not experiencing bigger seeming things. It just means you're not like searching for it, you know. They just kind of like stumble on it and are like, this is amazing. Going to do just a little bit of Reiki to help clear and balance some of the chakras as well. That solar plexus, which is like personal power, sense of self. Again, there's usually a lot of like, debris around it. Debris. Debris is definitely the word. It's like murky. There's this sending some clearing energy. So again, it's more like settling into yourself. Sifting through all the ish. Don't have to do that. We're gonna clear that out. And then just baby stepping for yourself. I often find that as I do like the work for myself, that I'll still like say certain things in the exact same way, like in quote reaction to something, but like the heat behind the words just doesn't exist anymore. And it kind of like brings in the awareness of like, oh, I'm just saying that now. Like the emotion behind it is gone. Kind of gives like a pause before speaking sometimes. Yeah, the solar plexus. I'm bringing Michael again for that. It's better. Oh, other way. There we go. It's more open. We're also going to place some of Archangel Michael's electric blue light around this solar plexus chakra, just because as it's cleared, it is very open to taking things in. So just giving it a filter so things don't get attached that maybe aren't there for your highest good. I do have one more card to pull. Wow. See what this one has to say. The throat feels a lot more open now too. Just like free. Explore, love, create. The only thing that holds you back is you. I'm sure in a short, I have pulled this card before. I've pulled this card before. It's very familiar to me. I used to pull it for myself all the time. It's very straightforward. The thing that holds you back is you. It's literally like up to you to just take the tiny shifts. So many little things, whether it's with your health and just move in, walk in more, whether it's with what you're consuming, like not turning the news on in the morning. It's a subpar way to start your day. Maybe start the day with a little quiet time, or like a brain dump of journaling, or just a good book that feels really good. Little things like, what are you looking at on social media? Are you falling down some rabbit holes? Like, you really do get to create your reality and the frequency that you experience life on. So stopping and asking, like, is this filling me with love? Maybe I should turn it off. Maybe I should take a break. And it's all just so good. We're going to do one last sound clearing for you. There's definitely still a lot up there to kind of be worked through, but just like opening up within the foundation is a beautiful place to start. And I'll come back on again eventually and probably clear more of the upper chakras that keep you more connected to all that is available. But for now, keeping the grounded ones nice and happy and just it's solid. You're doing such a wonderful job being here as a human. So proud of you. Thank you for making it to the end. I hope this was helpful. Drink some water, take a nap, let yourself choose just a little bit differently. I'll see you guys next time.